Alright, bro. So today I just kind of wanted to yap because it's like hella shit on my mind, and it's just funny because people, like, I'm realizing people just don't listen to the things that work. They just don't, and they never will. Like, and there's really no way to get them to. But you also have to think it's like it's kind of a good thing that people don't listen to good advice. Cause I've been giving niggas good advice since I was really 13. Cause I was telling niggas, this, like, my parents shit, I was like, this school shit don't make no sense. Like, this is not going anywhere. Cause you could tell it's just basic math. Where everything was going is basic math. The shit was not going to work. With inflation and all that, and prices of everything, it just was never going to work, bro. Even all the way back then, it was just like, bro, what am I doing this for? This is a waste of time. And then obviously, yeah, I just wasn't doing anything. And I understood back then. I was just like, 'cause I was always in my head, I understood that the more you do, the better that things will be. And the more dedication and consistency you have, better things will be. And the more that you know, if you're an observer, you observe to end up thinking, to end up doing. If you're thinking about something, you're planning to end up doing. You're not just observing for the fuck of it. You're not just thinking or talking to people and just having fun or whatever. And you're not just like random, basically. And there has to be a reason for each thing. Like, when I watch Kobe Bryant play basketball, I'm watching him because I want to steal some of his moves, so then I can go practice the moves, which is the thinking step. And then when I practice the moves, I go in a game and I do the same moves, and that's what I did, and that's why I got better at basketball. But that goes into every aspect of life. So, and there's common, like, people try to like overcomplicate shit, and it's really just that. Like, that's all it is. There's commonalities in like every thing that we as humans do. There's commonalities in literally everything because of those. That is like the structure of how everything works in life. So even if you don't know everything, that blueprint is going to make everything else simple. That's why I can go to any skill, and in a couple months to a couple years, I will figure out, oh, this is how you do this, and I'll be better than most people at it. I'm not gonna be the best ever, obviously, but I'll be better than most people at it, and that's my goal anyways. I want to be well-rounded. So, that's just a concrete thing where it's like, that is just true. But people have never listened to me on that, and people will never listen to because other people say that shit all the time too. It's not just me, but people just never listen because they're stupid, and I just have to accept that. A lot of people, like most people, are just dumb. There's no reason to think that, because being a smart person, it's extraordinary, right? So there's no reason to think that there should be more extraordinary people in the world than just regular people. So obviously, most of the people are just gonna do the easiest thing, so they're not gonna be extraordinary. So you should just expect people to be dumb, which sucks, because it's like, damn, y'all are just never gonna know, because y'all don't try. Y'all just don't, y'all don't put no effort. But at the same time, it's good, because then it's like, damn, that means I don't got no competition, because all of these niggas are dumb, and all of these niggas are unfit. So it's like a good and a bad thing, but you gotta focus on the good more than the bad, because if you focus on the bad, it's gonna piss you off. It's gonna be like you're trying to get people to change. You cannot force people to change. You only change your inputs. You can't change other people's inputs. It's just a waste of time. So what you gotta do is just, like I said, think about the good. Just think that, okay, all these people are fucking idiots. That means that me, with my consistency, dedication, and my awareness, I'm going to end up, being better than all of these dumbasses. Because they're just dumb. Like, they're just always going to be dumb. So that means if they're always going to be dumb, I'm always going to look smart when I'm next to them. And then, if I'm not next to them and I'm in a room with all these smart people, we could be, one, we're going to have commonalities more, which is good. But then two, you're going to grow anyways, because you can see what they're doing and you can steal their ideas, which is another way that's pretty, it's pretty consistent with like everything. If you just steal what the best people do, you're gonna get better at it. You're not gonna be just as good as them, but you're gonna get better at it, and that's really all that matters. Shouldn't be trying to be the best or better than anyone else. You just be better than you were yesterday, you know, and you'll be fine. If you're, like I said, if you're above average, you're above average at everything, and other people are just ass at everything, they never tried, you're going to be extraordinary. It's just that simple. It's like they are not putting in any effort. You're putting in a little bit of effort at everything, so you're gonna be better. Whether or not you're the best doesn't fucking matter. So, you know, that like way of thinking is getting me, it's getting me through a lot of bullshit where I'm at right now, because, you know, a lot of people around me, America's dumb as shit. So I gotta think like, okay, they're all dumb as shit. I can't try to convince them to be smart. I just gotta be like, me and myself know I'm smarter than these niggas. They're just not gonna be smart. They're just gonna be dumbasses, and that's good because I'm just better than them. And if I keep doing the same inputs and keep, you know, having the awareness that I'm better than these people, not because I'm actually better than them, they just don't fucking try and they're dumb, then, you know, things will go better for me and end up going worse for them in the long run. It won't go better in me in that second, but it'll get better as time goes on. As they're not doing anything and I'm just doing more shit, becoming above average at more shit, it's gonna get blatantly obvious that, oh shit, he can do all of these things and we cannot do them, you know? So I just gotta keep doing what I'm doing. And another thing is that me continuing to keep doing what I'm doing, it's very simple and it's very concrete. So there's basically no way that it's not going to work. I keep saying it because I'm telling you guys, but I'm also reminding myself that there's really no way for the shit to fail. The only way it would fail is if I stop doing it, because a body is a body. When I do calisthenics, a body is a body still. When you meditate, you know, you're just going based off what is there. So that's concrete too. When you're playing chess, there's only best moves. There are no, you know, moves that are better than the best move. There's just the best move every time. So these things are concrete. There's literally no way for it to fail unless you mess up something and you don't continue to do it every day. So there's no reason for me to get discouraged and think maybe I should change something because somebody's saying something. No. The only way that you would get worse at exercising is if you stop exercising completely. If you keep exercising every day, you're gonna get better. Especially with calisthenics, you're going to get better. There's different progressions for everything. You're going to get better if you keep doing the work. Chess, you keep doing more puzzles, you understand the puzzles, evaluate, calculate, analyze, like I always say, you're gonna get better at it. You know, there's no way that someone else's opinion can change the fact that those activities that I do are, you know, they just get better. They just get better the more you do it. It's just like what I was saying, it's earthbending. It's like earthbending. It's like sets and reps. You keep doing the sets and reps. The sets and reps compound and you get better. But there's no other way. There's no other way for it to work. So anything somebody's saying, like they're trying to make a way for you to go around it, no, it's earthbending. There's no way to go around it. To move the rock, you gotta stand there, stand your ground, and keep, you know, focus on the rock and whatever the fuck. But in this scenario, the rock is just sets and reps for calisthenics, puzzles for chess. You just sit there, keep doing it, master doing nothing, you know, being patient with it, and recognizing that I've only been consistent now for a month with calisthenics. I'm still doing chess, but I've only been consistent with chess for like 3 years, which is, it's good, but it's not the best. So you always have room to improve. Just like the only common denominator you know, for people that get better at exercising is them actually doing the sets and reps. The only common denominator for the people who fail is that they just quit. They just stop doing it. So if I just don't stop doing it, I'm gonna get better.